Bikemessenger7 aka Earl Portland. And this video is gonna be again about my religion. And as you all know, I'm agnostic. What does it mean is that I'm not a strong atheist. I'm a weak atheist. I don't do religion. I don't follow. I don't practice any religion. Like you all know, I'm gonna repeat myself here. And I don't practice any religion. I don't follow any religion. Just for Earl Portland to give him an answer. So if he doesn't know.
What's going on, everyone?
And yeah, by the way, it's my computer. Never mind. And yeah, I don't do religion, but my ancestors were actually religious. But they were Jewish, as you know. So if you watch my videos, Earl Portland, if you really watch my videos and you really follow everything which I posted, I talk about it. Like watch my videos of Jewishness, where I was talking about how I grew up, how I was raised. And actually I was raised without any religion. I did grow up as an atheist, kind of. But there is a little bit more to it than that. Okay, I'm 75% Jewish. That means that everybody but my grandfather and my mother's sides are Jewish. What does that mean? Because Judaism is a religion, but in my family Judaism was not followed for like 3 generations. The last person to follow Judaism in my family was the father of my grandmother. Because my mom was the only child born and my grandmom was too. And my grandmom was born right before the revolution. And after the revolution, after Bolsheviks came to the power into Russia, religion became outlawed. It's right now there are a lot of Russian Orthodox Christians and people like that. But in the times of Soviet Union, Judaism and Christianity, all the religions were outlawed. Religious people were persecuted in Russia. Just people who have religion. And there was 2 parties, communist and no parties. So if you were not a communist, you were you were just nobody kind of thing. And no religion, like I said. It's how it was in Russia. Now the religion was built, but before, like in Soviet Union time, there was no religion, there was communism. So my grandmom, when she was like a little girl, she probably was Jewish, but then that's it. She became atheist in communism, and then she got my mom with non-even Jewish man, okay? And of course, both were atheists. Because, my grandmom didn't follow Judaism. And her dad, who did follow Judaism, and his family, they all died during the World War II, during the Holocaust, so. Only my grandmom and one of her sisters survived. The rest of them just died during the Holocaust. And my grandmom and her sister, they lost their religion kind of as they were kids. So pretty much Judaism was not followed in my family for 100 years, pretty much. Now my mom, she just decided to make an attempt to restore Jewishness in my family. So she got me with a Jewish man and she sent me to Jewish school. So I actually did get some Jewish education. That's why, I know a little bit of Hebrew, I know Jewish history, and I know some of Jewish traditions. Now, I didn't really grow up following Judaism, don't get it twisted, okay? The school I was going to, that was the school back in Russia for mixed kids, like I say, where we were praying 15 minutes a day, okay? 15 minutes a day we were praying in Hebrew a day. It was like a normal school rather than that, where we had Hebrew, Jewish history, Jewish traditions, and the rest of the subjects were just a regular school, like math, physics, all that stuff. All the girls have to wear long skirts, and all the men in the school have to wear kippah. But then, when the day was over and we have to go out of school, the guys were putting kippah in their pockets and the girls were wearing pants, because it was cold and stuff. So, and then we're going back to our non-religious lives. Now, my mom's friends and people whom I grew up with, they were pretty much mostly Russians, and they were like atheists. But they were not angry atheists like here in America, who like all talking about religion, discussing religions, saying Jesus didn't exist. They were just like people who just don't care. In Russia, they were the people who just, who didn't care about religion, who just want to have fun, drink a little bit, eat some food, talk about shit and things like that. So just simple people who just don't care. This is where I kind of coming from. What I was doing for fun back in Russia, I was doing the same thing as here. I was doing kickboxing. I was doing Greek and Roman wrestling. I was drinking alcohol, I was drinking beer. And just basically enjoying life. I was hanging out with my friends who were both Russian and Jewish. And even none of them were religious anyway. I was in the houses of religious Jews, but I didn't really hang out. None of my friends are religious Jews. In fact, that none of my friends are religious for that matter. I didn't really hang out that much with the really religious people. And when I went to Jewish school, I got some Jewish education, but I didn't really practice Judaism ever in my life. I tried to practice Judaism a couple times, but it didn't really work out for me. And in my family, growing up, I never practiced Judaism. I didn't practice any religion. My mom wanted me to, to be Jewish, to marry Jewish, but all of her friends were Russian. She was half Russian, even though she considered herself as a Jew, but her dad was not Jewish, and most of her friends are not Jewish either. So I pretty much grew up as atheist Russian kid. Are you satisfied with my answer, Earl? I hope you do. And by the way, I not only answer your question, because of you, I spilled some beer in my room, which I'm not happy about. So you better off click on my ads to make it up. Because of you, I did all of that. I made a fucking mess. But hey, at least you're happy about my answer. And I hope you're happy about my answer. Peace out.